Welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly pumped about this one because we're tackling a topic that carries just a ton of heavy baggage for so many people. We're talking about financial anxiety. Just imagine waking up at age 65, stressed out about bills, drowning in debt, and wondering if Social Security is even going to cover your basic grocery needs. It's a terrifying thought, right? Now imagine you're 35 years old right now and you're thinking to yourself, man, I completely missed the boat. I started way too late. Well, if you're feeling that pressure today, I want you to just take a deep breath. We are going to completely dismantle that anxiety right now and lay out a really clear, actionable roadmap for your wealth journey.
So let's just address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Is age 35 too late to start investing? I hear this literally all the time, but let me assure you it is absolutely not. Look, the anxiety of starting at 35 seriously pales in comparison to the absolute panic of waking up broke at 65. The honest truth is that millions of Americans don't begin investing seriously until their mid-30s or even later. You are not an outlier here, and you are definitely 100% not out of time.
Okay, let's dive into this because the biggest mental roadblock people face is this incredibly pervasive myth. The idea that to get wealthy, you have to get rich overnight. You think you need to pick the absolute perfect breakout stock or get super lucky with the next Bitcoin. But here is the reality. Wealth is actually built through consistency. If you earn just an average income and you just focus on saving 15 to 20% of it every single year, you're already miles ahead of the pack. The secret isn't a winning lottery ticket, it's just long-term consistency.
To get you there, we're going to follow a step-by-step roadmap today. We'll break down the too late myth, explore the math of consistency, figure out how to fuel your investment engine, avoid some major financial pitfalls, and finally, look at how to actually buy your freedom.
Section 1. The too late myth.
The absolutely crucial point to remember here is that your financial future is entirely about what you decide to do from today forward. If year zero is age 35, the day you finally start taking investing seriously, you still have a massive amount of road ahead of you. Think about it. By age 50, you've had 15 solid years of compound growth. And by the traditional retirement age of 65, you've given your money a massive 30-year runway to just grow and compound upon itself. 30 years. That is an unbelievable amount of time for your money to do all the heavy lifting for you.
Section 2. The math of consistency. This step is great because it removes all the emotion and proves you really don't need to inherit a fortune to become wealthy. Let's start with this number, $600. This is a highly achievable monthly investment amount for a lot of mid-career professionals. Suppose at age 35, you start putting $600 every single month into a diversified index fund. You just set it on autopay, and you let it run in the background.
Now, historically speaking, broad market index funds have yielded an average annual return of around 10%. As Albert Einstein supposedly said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it, he who doesn't pays it. Capturing this doesn't require any sort of insider Wall Street knowledge or extreme luck. It literally just requires patience and the discipline to leave the money alone so you can capture that historical average.
And here is the magic result. If you consistently invest that $600 a month at a 10% average return for 30 years, by age 65 you end up with well over $1 million. Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. Over $1 million, purely as a result of discipline and time working together over 3 decades. It's not some crazy fantasy, it's just math.
Section 3. Fueling the engine.
Okay, so we know the theory of compounding now, but how do we actually get the fuel for this engine? Saving is absolutely important, but there's a mathematical limit to frugality, right? There's only so much you can actually cut from your budget. You can't budget your way to wealth just by skipping your morning coffee or refusing to ever take a single vacation. Instead, you've got to focus on increasing your earning power. Ask for a raise, strategically switch to a higher-paying job, learn new high-value skills, or maybe start freelancing and building a side business. Because every extra dollar you earn by increasing your value in the marketplace becomes another dollar you can invest.
And when you start earning that extra fuel, you need to make sure you're putting it in the right tanks. If your employer offers a 401k match, you absolutely must contribute enough to get it. That is literally free money being added to your wealth, no strings attached. Beyond that, utilizing a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA offers massive tax advantages. A lot of folks drastically underestimate how much taxes can just eat away at their future wealth over 30 years. Using these accounts legally shields your money, allowing it to grow so much more efficiently.
Section 4. Avoiding financial pitfalls.
Generating income is only half the battle, guys. We have to play defense and protect our wealth too. And the sneakiest hazard of them all?
lifestyle inflation. This is exactly how high earners end up completely broke. It happens when every single time your income goes up, your spending goes right up to match it. A raise suddenly turns into a bigger house, a lease on a brand new car, or ultra-expensive vacations, rather than actually turning into wealth.
So, how do we actually beat lifestyle inflation? Well, you do it with a rigid, unbreakable rule. The next time you get a raise, let's say it's a $5,000 raise, immediately commit to investing at least half of it. So in this example, $2,500 gets automatically routed straight to your investments, and you get to enjoy the remaining $2,500 to upgrade your lifestyle. This really simple, actionable procedure allows you to enjoy the fruits of your labor today while dramatically accelerating your path to financial freedom tomorrow.
And this brilliantly illustrates another major pitfall: high-interest debt. Look, your investments might be making a fantastic 10% average return, but if you're carrying credit card debt that charges 20% or more, you are bleeding money. It is mathematically impossible to out-invest expensive credit card debt. You absolutely must focus on aggressively paying off those high-interest balances while just capturing your employer match. And once that debt is finally gone, redirect all those monthly payments straight into your investment accounts.
Now, another huge pitfall is putting all your eggs in one basket. That's why we need diversification. Betting on a single stock, a single company, or the latest hot trend is incredibly dangerous. I mean, even Wall Street professionals struggle to consistently predict the next big winner. By using broad market index funds, you spread your money across hundreds of different companies all at once. This drastically reduces your risk while safely allowing you to capture the overall long-term growth of the economy.
But look, even with index funds, the market goes up and down. You have to remember this. Market volatility isn't the enemy. Emotional decisions are. Every single major market downturn in history has eventually been followed by a recovery. When the market crashes, yeah, it feels scary, but investors who panic and sell are simply locking in their losses permanently. Patient investors who just ride it out give their portfolios the time they need to recover and reach new highs.
Section 5. Buying your freedom. This right here is the ultimate philosophical core of our journey today. Because retirement isn't just some high score or a dollar amount glowing on a computer screen. It's about buying back your time. It's the ultimate ability to spend uninterrupted time with your family. It's the freedom to travel where you want, to volunteer for causes you actually care about, to pour your energy into your hobbies, and simply to enjoy life without that suffocating weight of financial stress hanging over you. That is what you are actually buying with your $600 a month. Which leads us to the core thesis of our entire roadmap today. You don't need a perfect start. You need a consistent one. If you are 35 or 40 or 45, please do not stress about the time you didn't invest in your 20s. Simply starting today is enough to completely change the trajectory of your entire life. Invest regularly, protect yourself from bad debt, and just let time do its work.
So, I want to leave you with a question to ponder as we wrap up today. What will your future self thank you for 30 years from now? Is it going to be another expensive car lease? Or will it be the decision you made today to finally take control of your financial destiny and buy your freedom? The choice is entirely yours, and the roadmap is waiting for you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see you build your wealth.